Am I here? Can you all hear me? Hello! How loud am I? How loud is my volume? Does it need to be louder? Quieter? What's going on? Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Nathan. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Nathaniel. Konbanwa. Namae wa Neisan desu. Dozo yoroshiku. When's the whole crew coming? It might honestly just be me tonight. So, I hope I can be entertaining for y'all. Whoop! Not a good start that my tablet is not working. Give me 1 second. Why isn't my tablet working? Come on. restart. There we go. Simply had to unplug it and replug it in back again. Okay. Admoo72 says, if you can say MLaaTR rebooted in the mirror 3 times, Nathan rebooted will come to your house and give you the full 2 seasons. Cannot confirm nor deny. Shouldn't Jenny have a father figure to go with her mother figure? Not necessarily. You can just have a single mom. As you can also have a single father. Single parents exist. Think of how to do this next bit. Well, I guess I can avoid the inevitable just a little bit more and draw some additional pages here and there of the crumpled up newspaper. Did I miss a... the inevitable that I have to do at some point is I have to make these newspapers have actual articles on them and like type stuff. That's not going to be fun. So I'm doing my best to avoid it. But it's inevitable. It's going to happen. Big brain laziness. Instead of redrawing the entire thing, I am just readjusting the points that I already drew to match the underlying sketch. new charcoal. We need more animators. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I am good, DR7. I understand this is a very quiet stream. I appear to be the only one who came today, so... Oh well.
Hello.
Hello. I'm not alone anymore. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing okay.
So, what's been going on this stream? Is it just you?
I've just been drawing a newspaper.
Oh, wonderful.
It's real
How
casual.
long you been going for?
About math slowly moving through my head. 45 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
It's been 45 minutes of pretty much silence apart from the casual me looking at the chat.
Huh.
It's hard to juggle. It's hard to stay focused on drawing and juggle questions.
Hmm. Did we move the live stream back a couple hours or something?
Yeah, today is an odd day, is an odd timing, not officially though.
Okay. Yes, hello people in chat. If you'd like to ask some questions, I can now relay them to Nathan. Mad Moose 72 says put a Garf on the newspaper.
In reference to Garfield.
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe.
Wouldn't it attract more attention to this channel if you guys posted more updates?
It would.
Nathan, you're very quiet.
I am?
Well, at least to me you are. Let me try and turn you up.
I'm at my maximum volume on my side on Discord.
I think it was just me. Alright, that's better.
Mr. E. Filman's second channel. Have Poltergeist be kind of like Mysterio from Marvel, pretending to be a ghost-like entity. That can be arranged. I was against using Poltergeist because of Poltergeist being an actual ghost, and that's not part of the style of Teenage Robot. We gotta keep it to sci-fi, but faking it, That's different. Oh, and you were talking about updates in reference to like animatics and stuff. Yes, we do want to do that at some point. We want to do more rough animatic uploads. I can't talk about what we want to upload soon, but yeah, that's like we recognize that we need to do more casual uploads about instead of like polished pieces, but
yeah. Have you added subtitles to the activation day video yet?
I have not. We have not. I don't think it's very difficult given YouTube's current system.
In your own opinions, what is the worst slash best episodes of Teenage Robot?
Uh,
I think we both agree on the worst episode.
possibly. I've forgotten. My answer changes every once in a while. For me,
Oh,
it's always like either Preschool Dropout or the Christmas special. One of
yeah,
those.
that's what I was gonna say.
One of those two for the worst, and then best for me is Cluster Prime. Although again, that's kind of cheating because like it's always like it's a movie.
Yeah.
If counting not Cluster or TV movie, not counting Cluster Prime, one that I really enjoy is Party Machine. Mostly because of the colors and the animation and the facial expressions.
Yeah.
I really like those. What are yours?
I don't know. Might take a while to pick a favorite. I'd have to look at a list of episodes. I guess I really like Victim of Fashion. That one has a lot of cool designs.
That one's cool too.
Question: was there any big personal project that you guys lost because of some X program stopped responding? If so, what was that project about?
I lost an animation of an alligator eating custard. Like it threw a rock up onto the custard machine to like get it going, and then it popped into frame, and then just like opened up its mouth as the custard would just spat into it like one of those ice cream machines. Like get a big pile of custard right in its mouth. And then I think I was gonna animate the alligator snapping it shut and making a splat sort of thing, you know, because like all the excess would like seep out. But then it crashed, and I lost it. And now the only thing that remains of it is a phone recording I took of it before it crashed. It's buried somewhere on my computer.
I never lost anything animation related, but one time when I was really little, something went wrong with my PS2 memory card and I lost all the data for every game.
Oh no, that's worse.
Yes. I was devastated. I cried for hours.
Was this before? What system was this?
The PS2. This was like way back in, I don't know, 2006, 2005 maybe.
In PS2, correct me if I'm wrong. PS2 didn't have any online play either. It was just.
No.
That's rough.
Yep.
see if I can actually find it. Hold on. The alligator. The phone recording of the alligator.
Well, whatever went wrong with that memory card, it's long gone now. Bought a new one, went through all my games again. Looking forward to episode 403. Very interesting that X9 turned back into her original mechanism. I forget what episode that is. Hold on.
Wait, what?
Are you both on Twitter?
Not very active on there. Personally.
I haven't been tweeting a lot lately, but yeah, I use Twitter. I'll put my thingy in the chat if you want to follow me. Ah, fuck.
What happened?
I tried to put my Twitter handle in the chat, and half of it turned into like a ad within the YouTube chat, whatever. Like a at to myself.
What is 403?
403, I think they're talking about robotomized. But except that's 402B, not 403. 403, I think, was
Either rusted in or integers not intellectual. I should really put an S at the end of that one. Integers not intellectuals.
No, 402 as in season 4, episode 2. Somebody's like, there's 400 episodes?
Yes, there's 400. That's why we've been taking so long. We have 400 episodes in our catalog. It is now an anime series that just never ends. Why is it called 402B? Because the season 4, and then episode 2, story B. You know, like 11 minutes sort of thing. So like episode 402A and then episode 402B. They're in the same episode, but they're two different stories in that episode.
Hmm. So, what are you guys up to outside of work?
There's two ways I can take that. One is a smart-ass response. The other is the actual response. I'm gonna assume
Do the smart ass response first.
Teenage Robot Rebooted. That's what I do. No, but I assume you're talking about what do you do outside of Teenage Robot Rebooted. Well, up until recently, I was mostly involved with college. Now I'm all about finding an actual job. I have a few places I'm looking into, but you know, I only just graduated this past December, so like still fresh. And then on top of that, I also have other projects on top of Teenage Robot Rebooted. So this isn't the only thing that I work on. Believe it or not, there's other things that I do.
I have a job moving boxes around, and when I'm not doing that, I'm either playing guitar, playing video games, or doing this.
scratch into action, into something.
Alright, somebody asked what you go to school for.
College.
Yeah. For art or for something else?
I went to it for I double majored. I had one first major was in cinema arts sciences, and I basically say directing focus because that's what most of my classes were focused on. You know, directing, live action, and stuff like that. And my other major was stop motion animation, and then I had a minor in entrepreneurship business, and I was in the honors program. Are you starting to realize why there has not been much progress on Teenage Robot in a long time?
I hope you can bring a popular theory to life. The one that says that the real Jenny died at a young age and then Nora created the XJ series to cope with the loss of her daughter.
Well, bad news. Not only are we aware of that theory, but we made the active decision to completely ignore it because we did not like it.
And also, that's just Astro Boy.
Yeah.
That's literally Astro Boy. I think.
No, yeah, it is.
It's been a while since I watched it.
It is 100% Astro Boy. At least certain versions of it. Maybe there might. I'm not aware if the first version was, because the first version started in what, like 1940s? I want to say 30s, maybe. Astro Boy's old.
Yeah.
And that was made during a time where not a lot of people weren't making deep stories with animation. They were making Felix the Cat and Steamboat Willie, and Steamboat Willie was 28, but you know what I mean. It was lighthearted stuff. So I'm not sure if the original Astro Boy had the same plot line of scientist builds robot son to cope with the loss of his son. But I definitely know that certain versions of the character are like that, like certain iterations. But anyway, long story short, yeah, we're not doing that because we want to avoid that. It's not much of a spoiler. The reason why Nora builds Jenny in our version is the reason why she says she built it in the original series, where she just was building a line of defense robots that would protect the planet Earth. Yeah, that's about it. I said because I thought I was gonna add to that, but that's about it. That's why. apologies to those who were looking forward to that theory. I'm sorry to disappoint that we're not doing it.
Did you enjoy college, or did you go for something else if you could?
No, I enjoyed it overall. I guess biggest regret with college is that way back when I was applying, I only applied to 6 schools. Probably should have gone for a higher number. Or was it 7? I had 2 backups in Arizona. That much I know. And then I knew it came down to 2 colleges out of state that accepted me. I can't remember what the other ones, though. I grew up in Arizona, and like those who have never applied to college before or gone, fun fact, you have a higher chance of getting into a college of your state than you do other states. Like a lot of in-state colleges will like literally give you scholarships or just like accept you flat out because you live in the state and you grew up in the state and your high school diploma's from the state, you know? So it's always a good idea to have apply to a backup school in your state. So that way, in case any of the places that you're looking outside of it fall through, you can still go to this in-state school.
I'm probably going back to school next semester.
Nice. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
But I can't complain too much because the school that I ended up at is ranked. Actually, let me get the updated 2021 list of film schools. According to the Hollywood Reporter, my school ranks number 12 in the nation for film schools. So not too shabby. Not too shabby at all.
Why do you think Nora gave SG9 a motion?
We say so in part 1 of the animatic. Granted, it's a little bit of cartoon logic. We had to stretch. I don't deny it's. But the reason why that Jenny is the way that she is because Nora was trying to improve since the Armageddroid incident, in that Armageddroid was an adult programmed AI that did exactly what his programming told him to do. Like, followed orders to a T, accepted no altercations. So when he was programmed to eliminate all weaponry, soon he interpreted that as, oh, okay, so even the ones that humans are using, and even these weird stick things that they're hitting these weird ball things with, that can be a weapon. And so, like, it just kind of built and built and built. Like, anything that can be seen as a weapon, I'm gonna eliminate. So it was too strict. Versus
XJ people like or robots like XJ's. I almost said XJ0, XJ1, XJ2, 3. I want to say 4. Like those were like all AI tests in her eyes. That was like every so often she tested a weapon on them, but like those were XJ's 1 through 4 were kind of AI tests, while 5 through 8 were not only AI tests but weapons tests, like really getting to the mechanics of them. Anyway, the early XJ models were too immature in that they couldn't follow orders because their programming was like not sufficient enough. Like they couldn't. It's like an almost an early, almost like Siri, what we have nowadays, where it's like, yeah, they can follow some certain like, hey, XJ1, can you hop up on the counter here? You know, she'd be able to do that. XJ1, can you go think up of a protocol to defeat that entire alien armada that's heading towards us right now? I think XJ1 would be a little overwhelmed. You know? So in Nora's eyes, it was about finding that perfect balance between like Armageddroid adult AI where he follows orders to a T, and XJ1 where she's meant to be impressionable, she's meant to be like learn things, but at the same time she's too underdeveloped AI wise to really like be of use in a fight. So like, and then you can see moving forward, and then you can also interpret a few of those models to be like the beginning implications of like emotions. Like honestly, you can start with XJ1, like some very basic emotions like happiness, sadness, anger, that sort of thing, and then it gets more and more complex as the line goes down, some to a fault at some point. Like for instance, XJ6, some wires got crossed in the program, or some bugs in the code happen, and she's overly jealous, right? She has a tendency to be overly jealous, prideful, that sort of thing. So try and correct that for XJ7. Uh-oh. Previous one was prideful. This one lacks pride entirely. Super depressed. No self-worth. Well, how do we fix that? You know what? Let's try one where it's like very limited emotions. XJ8. The thing is a Terminator robot. Almost too much like Armageddroid. Okay, obviously that was, it's like, it's kind of interesting to me that you can kind of see a progression in that sense, where it's like you can slowly go down the line and see how they slowly turn into XJ9. How do I do this? This is like not how I want it to turn out. I screwed up somewhere in this.
Somebody said there is no college in their state.
What?
What state are you in? North Dakota?
What state are you in?
Wyoming?
Preface. When we're talking about states, we're talking about United States. If you're out of country, I have absolutely no idea what the status of colleges is here in your country. I'm talking about United States. I am 90% certain that there is a college in every state in the United States. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah, even North Dakota has like agricultural schools. Right, SpongeBob says, "Greetings from Russia. We are also fans of Teenage Robot here, and we are waiting for the continuation." I didn't know SpongeBob was Russian.
I am not. Hold on. I have to do this.
He's Uberducking.
Shh. Unfortunately, Uberduck does not come with an accent, so we're just gonna be hearing SpongeBob be SpongeBob. So, ooh, it comes with new options now. We can have SpongeBob SquarePants or SpongeBob SquarePants pre-movie. So like seasons 1 through 3, I think.
Huh.
Shall we try the pre-movie? Let's see.
Sure.
Two-factor authentication. Yeah. There we go.
Do you think you can have a Saw-inspired episode at one point, like Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated?
Hold on. There we go. Okay. Possible. It would obviously not be gory or a torture porn, but that's possible. That's a Saw scenario where a character is trapped and they have to go through a bunch of puzzles to get out. All right. Here's the message.
It will be amazing if you translate this message into your language. I just want to say that here in Russia it is very cold. Help!
That was SpongeBob reporting in from Russia.
I didn't hear anything.
I played it for the yeah. Here, I can upload it.
Okay. Nah, that's cool.
I love Uberduck. It's so much fun. They've added so much to it. It's there's something from everything now. I wonder if they updated their Jenny Wakeman. What shall Jenny say today?
People are saying it's very loud.
The Uberduck? Sorry, I don't think I have audio. I just hit play. I have no way of like adjusting audio, I don't think. How are you guys going to do Jenny's voice after the first few episodes? We have a voice actress.
Yep.
And a few backups. Granted, I haven't spoken to her in a while because we haven't done any voice recordings in a very long time. We've been focusing
I know.
on animatics and stuff.
I haven't even recorded for Brad in like 3 years. Yeah, I think there's still like 1 or 2 episodes in season 4 that I still need to record.
Mm-hmm.
But I recently moved and I don't have my recording set up in my new place yet. Need to get one of those little booths. Now, this is the Half-Life 3 of fan fiction.
Well, I wouldn't go say that far. We're still working on it. Like it's not something that's just it was never a thing. I do understand the concern about it taking a while. It's just like I think what like people commonly misconstrue is that we actively do this every day of our lives, and we
Nope.
wake up every day and we work on this, we go to bed. It's not what
Nope.
we do whatsoever. It's really something that we have very limited time per day, maybe possibly even sometimes even per week, to actually work on. I think the longest I've gone is that there have been times, especially when I was in college, there's legit been times where aside from the weekly meetings that we would have, that I would not work on Teenage Robot for like a month, 2 months maybe, because of just being so overwhelmed with college work and just stuff going on in my daily life that I just literally could not work on anything. I had to focus on other things. And that's happened more than one occasion as well. Where like I said, I think that's the record. I don't think I've gone any longer than that, but there have been multiple instances where, especially in the months of finals and stuff like that, where college really just like picked up in pace, and I had a huge assignment almost every week. But yeah, and that's just me. So like that's not even counting the other people on the crew.
Hmm.
Alright, I think that's all the line art that I need to do. It may be a simple question, but how do you live in America?
Huh.
With the recent economy, paycheck by paycheck.
Anyway.
exactly.
But let's see. Oh, well, I guess. I mean, it depend on what your house looks like. Just depends on where you live.
Hmm.
And what your financial situation is.
At this point, what's your biggest plan?
Regarding Teenage Robot Rebooted, or just
I don't know.
life in general?
Hmm. Will we see XJ10?
No current plans for XJ10.
Is this cleanup for episode 1?
Oh, this isn't.
No, this is prop design for
This is-
episode 1.
This is this is prop design. This is an animation cleanup. This is the same newspaper drawn at different angles and different levels of crunched. So like here is an over-the-shoulder shot where Jenny's. You saw it in the animatics. Jenny's head is right here. Right, she's covered up. This one is a more 3/4 thing where Jenny is about right here. We can see her torso about right here. You know, her arm is like coming down over here. Like that. And then like this one is when she's like all covered up and there's nothing raising it.
this is when her arm is like halfway between raising it up and like leaving it down. And this is when her arm is like completely pushed it up. Like her hand is up here, her elbow is like right there. You know, it's kind of like forming that kind of shape. Next part that I gotta do is the part that I really don't want to do. And that is making it actually look like a newspaper and giving it all these complicated articles. Yay. So hungry. Stream ends in like 10 minutes, right? Yes. Okay. 10 more minutes and I can go eat.
Alright, I translated what SpongeBob said. He says, "You may not know, but you have a lot of fans in Russia. About 500 people are waiting for a reboot from you, and I think it's really cool."
Wow, 500 in Russia. That's surprising.
That is really cool. Like, Teenage Robot has a lot of fans in Russia. How is the progress of 401?
Slow and steady.
Piecing together that animatic.
Yeah.
Just how dark will you take this series?
Nothing darker than what you see on Star Wars The Clone Wars. That's always been kind of my metric of like, if they can do it, we can do it.
I compare it to original Teen Titans. Like, it has serious moments, but it still has like that comedic edge to it.
Oh yeah. I need a reference of a newspaper in the actual show. I need to go find one. I'm not excited about this next part at all. I really don't want to do it.
What next part?
About doing all the articles.
Oh. Remember, you gotta put Garfield on there.
Yeah.
What do you think Poltergeist's powers will be?
If we were to actually, like I said, I'd be more. If we were to make her a character, was it a female ghost or was it a boy ghost, a man ghost?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I'm assuming woman.
Okay.
That's usually the shtick of this show. I'm not, and plus it's always good. We have so many male villains. It's good to have a new female villain. Anyway, if I were to do Poltergeist, I'd go the fake ghost route, where it's all their powers are like, they look supernatural, but really it's just a trick, you know? And if they're really just trying it. You know what? Someone write this down. The Saw episode that someone thought that we would want to do. If I were to do Poltergeist, I would make it where it's a Saw episode. Poltergeist is the villain. And by the end of it, they would figure out that Poltergeist is really, like Scooby-Doo, is really just a complex array of special effects and some guy, some woman behind the camera, you know? That's how I would handle Poltergeist.
Huh.
And their abilities would be like kind of Mysterio / Wizard of Oz, like with not what I mean, like how he's like that was a whole deal of like, don't pay no mind to the man behind the curtain. People are saying Poltergeist is a man. I would go.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Honestly, that's a like a marker that I have like a tack on the wall or something, metaphorically speaking, for season 5. This series needs more female villains. Like we have Vexus. And we have Vexus.
We got
What?
we got the biker gang.
Biker gang, that's the other one. I guess that's the a quad, not a trio, but a quad.
We got
A quad.
the
Whatever.
Raggedy Android.
Raggedy Android.
And yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. Versus Smitus, Krakus, Infrared Ivan, Kilgore, Armageddroid. What's his face? Lightning Vampire. I voice him, for God's sake. Gigawatt. And then with our series, we have frickin' Thomas Cash, we have Skullus, we have Grub, Looper, and Weevil. All these people are men. All these guys are either male people in general or like male programmed robots. So like, attack on like a note for me, season 5, more female villains. Vladimir, that's another one. Because like, even on like in terms of like casting, we got plenty of people. It's just really like we got plenty of women characters in the main, like on the good side, right? I mean, obviously our lead. We got, at least in the new series, we got Abby Green. Original series, well, Misty did kind of like cater on the dark side a little bit in the original series, just a little bit. She walked that line. Melody. Well, Melody wasn't a main character, but she was definitely reoccurring.
Wakeman, obviously. Cross cousins aren't really good, but like I wouldn't call them
Villains.
Yeah, they're more like antagonists.
Yeah, yeah.
They like to antagonize.
They antagonize. Yes, exactly. They're antagonists, but they're not like super villains. You know, they're just like.
Yeah. Well, they were for that one episode.
Right. I was exactly thinking of that one immediately. If
They're
y'all
not really
could
smart enough to
redo
be
an
supervillains,
episode,
though.
if y'all could redo an episode, I assume of the original series, what would it be? Easy. I would either A, redo the Christmas special, or B. Ooh, what would be my backup? I originally was thinking about that episode with the meteor, but now I'm really thinking like, what other episode would I go in and like redo? Ooh. Turncoat, which is the last episode of season 3. That one, granted, they didn't know it was going to be the finale, and I'm assuming if I would go in not knowing either that this would be the finale, but I don't think there was enough drama played in on the fact of Jenny's own sisters turning against her and becoming like having to fight them. It was kind of played off for laughs, and I would have liked to be a little bit more like, oh my god, I'm fighting my own sisters, you know? That's how I would redo that episode. What about you, Eric? What would be an episode that you would want to redo?
That's a good question. I don't know. If I were to redo an episode, I probably wouldn't really change the plot much. I'd probably just, redo the music.
Well, we have officially met our 2-hour mark, everybody. So we are probably going to wrap up here for today was a very chill stream. Next one, hopefully, should be
I slept for the first 30 minutes.
Next one should be hopefully a little bit more exciting.
I was not anticipating that it would be this late in the day.
Yeah. Next one, if it should be a regularly scheduled stream, February 27th. But hopefully, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, that's not the next upload for the channel. So, see you guys on Discord. Everyone have a great night. Thanks for coming. I hope you enjoyed this very mellow, very calm stream. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.